Off of 4, the Danimal and Lucky Lou lead the field down the front stretch. The green is out, and off we go into turn number 1. Bradish in the H&F Trucking. 09 leads down the backstretch. The Larry's Auto Pep Boys 67X of Danny Rich second. Running third is Mike Johnson in the Chem Oil Morgan Excavating 2J. The Yingling 76 of Dave Wade is fourth. The J&D Towing 81 of DJ Miller feeling the pressure from Tim Gold in that battle for fifth. Brad is trying to pick up 10 points if he can win this heat. Tim Gold in the 2G, the Chem Oil Station Auto Parts car into fifth, dropping the Hookstown Hornet to sixth. A big lead for Chester, West Virginia's Lou Bradish. Bradish by a straightaway, coming around to complete lap number 4. Battle in the back of the field continues. DJ Miller, Rich Appolito, Red Miley. Appolito to the inside of Miller in turns 1 and 2. Danny Rich, who had a good run here last Saturday night, was up to 4th at 1 point before he got turned around and had to come from the back into the top 10, running second right now. Mike Johnson, who's been running strong with the Max Series this year, is third. Dave Wade applying the pressure there in fourth. Three wins this year for Lou Bradish. Feature wins. He's up on the rail coming off of 4, running that high line, keeping that momentum moving. Rich second, Johnson still third, Wade fourth, and Tim Gold fifth. The best race is in the back half of the field. Two laps to go. White flag signaling the final lap. Checkered flag waving, 10 points to Lou Bradish. Danny Rich second. Mike Johnson third, Dave Wade fourth. Nolinger bring the field to turn number 4. The green is waving and we are racing. Napa late model style. The Medical Center brace 5 of Kawadi takes the lead. Baker splits this seam into second, and the Farm Used Auto Parts Richard Construction 0. They're 3 wide for 4th into turn 3. Rodriguez, Nolinger, Hodgkiss, and we got a wreck. Caution is out. Amazingly, they all stayed off the wall. Complete restart of this second heat race. The green is out. Into 1 they go. Baker stands on it on the inside of the racetrack. He's back into second. Kawadic leads Miley now under Nolinger. And Ben brings the Calusi Chevy 99 to third. The Medical Center brace 5 of Kawadic out in front. Baker second. Miley third, Nolinger fourth, D'Antonio fifth. Rick Heim in the Costa Builder Schultz Ford car is sixth. He tries to pass Butch D'Antonio and does in turns 1 and 2. George Kawadic down the back straightaway. One career late model win here at Pittsburgh. He's been second a couple of times this year. Steve Baker trying to track him down. Gary Nolinger, the fourth place car, trying to hold off the 29 of Rick Heim. Halfway this time, 5 more laps to go. Rick Heim continues to challenge Gary Nolinger for fourth. Miley by himself in third. Baker up on the wheel trying to close the gap on race leader George Kowalik with 3 laps remaining. Steve has made up a car length or 2, but he's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But there is some heavy traffic here at straightaway in front of the leaders with 2 laps remaining, 2 to go. Hodgkiss, D'Antonio, and Rodriguez have a battle going on not far ahead of the race leaders. This could prove interesting here in another lap. 3 wide here in the back of the pack. Beating and banging. And here come the leaders. 1 lap to go. 1 to go. Looks like they're trying to wreck in front of them. Baker's making up ground on Kowalik down the back straightaway. Coming for the checkered flag. Pick your poison here. Kowalik trying to get around D'Antonio. Baker trying to close on Kowalik, and whoa! Kowalik will win it. Baker gets second. John Flinner and Chris Snyder bring the field off of 4. The green is out. Flinner quickly into the lead. Schneider second. McKinney and Davis battle for third. Scott Gunn is now 5th. Free and Geisler in the mix. So is Scott Peltz. Down on the bottom, Ed Free moves all the way up to 4th. Your leader, John Flinner, Chris Snyder second, Michael Davis third, Ed Free fourth, and Carl McKinney, Scott Gunn, and Lynn Geisler. Gunn to the inside of McKinney, trying to make that pass. Geisler now to the inside of McKinney as well in turn 4. Here they come down the front chute. Free trying to get, by the outside of Michael Davis, ran out of racetrack, and there goes the nose off of Ed Free's left front end. Caution is out for the plastic that's laying up in turn number 3. That would be the left front of Ed Free's race car, the body panel. He is 4th. Scott Gunn and Geisler are right there as well. Things are crowded as they get on the gas. Geisler to the outside of Gunn. Fareed around Davis. Here comes Geisler as well. The vets, Fareed and Geisler on the charge here. Geisler goes low side into 3 and 4. Schneider pushing up the racetrack. Geisler and Fareed both swing by. Geisler now to second in the Concord Automotive 1C. The Franklin Racing 4 of Ed Fareed drops to third. Michael Davis is still 4th. Chris Snyder, who was second, is now 5th, and he's got his hands full there. Scott Gunn, Scott Peltz nipping at the heels of Chris Snyder for 5th. Flinner has drove off again. We're past the halfway mark. Peltz swings around gun off at 2, trying to take the 5th spot from Schneider into 3 and 4. Scott Peltz has the 77 up to 5th, the Batmobile. Flinner looking awfully stout. Geisler's come from deep in the field to 2nd. Free running 3rd. Michael Davis 4th. Scott Peltz, Chris Schneider, Scott Gunn, and Carl McKinney. Tom Bateman retiring to the pits in car X with 2 laps to go. Down the back straightaway, looking for his 10 points to stay in the chase. Out of Zelienople, the checkered flag is waving for John Flinner. 2nd to Lynn Geisler. Ed Faree 3rd. Green is waving, and we're off and racing. Bobby Castelvetter in the Froggy FM 27 is your leader. The Brockers machine. 9W of Jesse Burrows right now 2nd. Corey Behan in the 82, almost wrecking on the backstretch, but he straightens it up. Jimmy Steffens in the 84, so close to winning the Fall Classic Jook George race last Saturday. I wanted to see young Brandon Ragoon go sailing by in the closing laps, runs 3rd. Steffens is 2nd to Burrows in the point standings. Tommy Schernhofer in the 8 is your 4th place car, and the 9 of Pete Reck is 5th. Corey Bahana pitting in car 82. Bahana to the pits in car 82. Young Tommy Schernhofer trying the inside of Jim Steffens in car 84, but Steffens holds on to 3rd here at the halfway mark. Jesse Burrows, the points leader, 2nd. Jesse with a 28-point lead on Jim Steffens coming into tonight. Coming for the white flag, Bobby Castelvetter, who's 3rd in the point standings. He's been in the fast lane from the get-go in this one. 1 lap to go. Tommy Schernhofer losing a bunch of ground to Jim Steffens there. He's still 4th. Steffens starting to close in on Jesse Burrows. It sounds like Burrows' motor is starting to miss or something. Doesn't sound right. Checkered flag for Bobby Castelvetter. Yeah, Jesse Burrows definitely starting to miss bad in the 9W, but he hangs on for 2nd. Green is out. Ray Brown, your leader. Nick Duratz is 2nd. Bruce Tankich in a 65 third, 57 Brian Hoffman fourth, Joel Johns in the Mach 5 fifth. Now John Flinner, and I'll tell you more about the late model feature lineup here tonight when we get done with this heat race. But John Flinner and Lou Bradish are not going to be real happy. 2 to go. 2 down, excuse me, 6 to go. Ray Brown, your leader, sideways and spinning in turn 4. Caution is out for the 43 of Ray Brown. We're back racing with 5 to go. Jarris Collins in the 7C getting awfully quick on the outside. He goes all the way to 3rd. Again, Pennsylvania license, Subaru, dark bluish green, license EBH 0946, your lights are on. Brian Hoffman, the 4th place car, has got himself a handful right now. The car's all over the place. Joel Johns in the Mach 5 trying to pass Brian, but no sir, says Brian into turn number 3. I think he's got him scared behind him. He's doing a little zigzag. Two laps remaining, 2 to go. Once again, they're all ganged up behind Brian Hoffman, but no one can find a way around him. Ray Brown's going to try his hand now on the inside. 1 to go here for Nick DeRatz. Bruce Tankich 2nd, Jarris Collins 3rd. Hoffman up high, coming down. He's certainly using up all the racetrack, I'll tell you that. And then he gets into the 43 who got around him clean. Green is out. Or is it? Yes, it is. Final lap, Nick DeRatz. 3rd place car spins. We can get this one done. Everybody has cleared the 7C. They're coming to the checkered flag. The SAG Tag Incorporated 80 of Nick DeRatz wins it over Bruce Tankich, John Hobbs, Joel Johns, and Brian Hoffman. Outside his points leader, Dennis Niederreiter. 65, Tom Martinek, who's 2nd in the point standing, starts 3rd. 40, John Mirgo. 33 is Mike McKee. Vince LeBoon in the 17L. The 11 of Daryl Charlier. Last week's winner, Kevin Miller in the 4M. B55, Mitch Bassich. The 50 of Kurt Habadell. And Willie Briggs in the 18. Off of 4, Tom Martinek trying to take the lead away from Dennis Niederreiter. He'll be scored as your leader with 1 lap down. Tom Martinek, your leader. Dennis Niederreiter 2nd. Martinek 16 points behind Niederreiter starting this event. Mitch Bassich is 4th. Bill Westlake 5th. Dale Charlier in the 11 right now is 6th. Here comes the 4M of Kevin Miller trying to take 7th. Mike McKee in the 33, Kurt Habadell in the 50 are right there as well. Dale Charlier in car 11 on the outside of Bill Westlake. Charlier and Westlake battling for 5th as Martinek drives off in the Comfort Systems Bongiorni machine 65. Vince LeBoon still 3rd, Mitch Bassich 4th. Kevin Miller slips in the 2nd turn. He'll drop back several spots in the 4M. He's off the pace. And now back up to speed or trying to get to speed. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it. Kevin Miller heading to the pits. Last week's feature winner in his rookie division, or rookie year, in the historic Route 6 4M. A white flag for your leader, Tom Martinek. Dennis Niederreiter 2nd. Vince LeBoon 3rd, Mitch Bassich 4th, Dale Charlier and Kurt Habadell running 5th and 6th. Lots of laps at this racetrack between those two guys. Dale Charlier and Kurt Habadell both have been running here since the Speedway Open as 79. Checkered flag for Tom Martinek. He'll get 10 points. Dennis Niederreiter, the points leader, comes home 2nd. He'll get 8. Daryl Charlier starts alongside now on the 12. The green is waving. Charlier, your leader, to Scene up high to 2nd. They're banging behind. Denny Nakutis in the 48, 3rd. Then the 79 of John Harvey. Here comes Bobby Watt in the 82. Pedal down the back chute on the high side. Watt now around the 79 of Harvey and trying to split under the 48 of Nakutis, who goes for a loop-de-loop. Everybody keeps going. Nakutis keeps spinning. Green is back out with 1 lap down, and the outside lane of Wayne to Scene looks like the preferred line as he jets to the front. Bobby Watt in the 82 nipping at the heels of Daryl Charlier there for a moment. Watt is 3rd. Kerry Gasser is now 4th. Frank McGill 5th in the 44. Stas Shadowski in the 74 and Denny Nakutis in the 48 together up in turns 1 and 2. That'll be the green is out. Tessine leads, Watts 2nd, Gasser 3rd, McGill 4th. Lineup is the same as they head into turn number 3. Halfway this time by, 4 more laps to go. Less than 2 laps to go. Wayne Tessine currently third in the point standings. And mathematically still alive. But would need big problems for Dennis Niederreiter and Tom Martinek. Is a lap away from getting the heat race win here. If he does, that will leave him 28 points out of first place going into tonight's feature event. Wayne, of course, has won his share of track championships, 4 of them to be exact, in the E-Mods here at Pittsburgh. He will pick up the heat race win in car 10. Bobby Watts second, Kerry Gasser third, Frank McGill fourth, and Randy McElhaney completes the top 5. Jeff Persibich. Two of the Damage Inc. cars, 68X Jake Simmons, 66X Aaron Jones, will-to-will for the lead with Jeff Broniszewski third down the back chute. Then it's the ones, the 1B of Bill Robertson on the outside, the 1R of Darrell Robison on the inside. Aaron Jones has the lead, completing lap 1. Jake Simmons second, Jeff Broniszewski third. Dr. John Hobbs, a scratch from this race in the 28. Jake Simmons trying to put a little pressure on Aaron Jones. Darrell Robison fourth, right behind Jeff Broniszewski. Bill Robertson fifth, and Ron O'Patchen is sixth as they draft down the backstretch. Simmons to the inside. Broniszewski trying to run around the top side of the 08s. He's still third. Jake is second, and Aaron Jones is your leader. The Larry's Auto, Simmons window cleaning, Monte Carlo. Trying to hold off the Simmons window cleaning. More concrete, 68X of Jake Simmons. We're past halfway now. A little gap between fourth and fifth here. Bill Robertson fourth, or excuse me, Darrell Robison fourth, and Bill Robertson has dropped back a bit in fifth. Then it's Ron O'Patchen and Nick Kachuba closing in the 10. They're running in the 7th position. Ron O'Patchen trying to squeeze by on the outside of Bill Robertson. Can't make it down the front stretch, and now Nick Kachuba to the inside of O'Patchen. One lap to go. Aaron Jones has not had any breathing room from the start in this one, and he's done a good job out in front. Jake Simmons, his teammate, continues to pester him on the low side, getting into the turns. Broniszewski third, Darrell Robison fourth. Simmons going to take it in a little harder and deeper on the inside. Can he make it stick? Doesn't look like it. Aaron Jones will lead them off of 4 to take the checkered flag. Simmons second, Broniszewski third, Robison fourth, Robertson fifth. Out of Hookstown. Green is out. 8 laps. Craig Kamiker to the outside of Mark Jaworski. Jaworski, the green machine, getting swallowed up down the back straightaway. Bob Schwartzmiller in front. Charlie DiLoretto second, Kamiker third, Joe Anthony fourth, A.J. Poljak is fifth. Champion Kamaker putting the pressure on DiLoretto for second. Poljack slowing down in the Valvoline 36, heading for the pits. Side-by-side battle for second continues. Bob Schwartzmiller, your leader. DiLoretto in the 11, Kamaker in the 72. Letting it all hang out here. The battle for that second spot. Joe Anthony fourth. Tim Fulmer, the 00, about to join the battle as well. Kamaker now edging ahead of DiLoretto for second. Charlie charging back on the outside in 3 and 4. DiLoretto second, Kamaker third, Anthony fourth, and Tim Fulmer fifth. Steve Webb closing in as well in the 27W. Kamaker going to the outside, trying to swing her high off of 4, but DiLoretto takes that lane. 3 to go. Charlie now right behind the 28. Kamaker again up high. Joe Anthony nipping at his heels on the inside. Tim Fulmer to the outside of Anthony. Best race of the night. 2 laps to go. Bob Schwartzmiller continues to be your front runner. The Bear Corporation Denny's Restaurant. Schwartzmiller ground maintenance 28S. Charlie DiLoretto hard into turn 3 in the number 11. Tim Fulmer, the Comcast 00 now third. Steve Webb's going off track in the 27W. He'll lose a spot. Fulmer trying to work the inside of DiLoretto. Meantime, Kamaker goes back around the outside of Fulmer. This is it, the final lap. Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. Bob Schwartzmiller trying to earn that win. Here they come off of 4. He will get it. DiLoretto's second. Kamaker third. Fulmer fourth. Joe Anthony fifth. Green is out. Robbie Torrens into the lead. Davey Lee is second. Ian Tomai third. Adam Chido fourth. Ian Tomai to the inside of Davey Lee, moving to second. Davey Lee back to the inside of Tomai. Adam Chido, the 125, joins the fray as well in the 125. Halfway this time, 3 down, 3 to go. Robbie Torres trying to hold off his teammate and good friend Ian Tomai. Ian to the inside. Heading into turn number 1. Still Robbie Torrens by just a car length. One more lap. One more heat race after this. And then the drivers are going to be coming up into the grandstands to collect for Racers for Tots, part of the Marine Corps Tours for Tots program. So anything you can donate would be greatly appreciated. Robbie Torrance continues to show the way. The track champion will pick up the heat race win. Ian Tomai, Davey Lee, and Adam Child will chase them to the finish. And then it'll be Richie Cooper edging Jim Mueller for 5th. Green is out. Eric Goldberg picked up his first career win a few weeks back. Hasn't slowed down since. Brothers Catella side by side for 4th. Gary Catella's around Dennis Maffey for 3rd. Halfway. Gary Catsellas now trying to take 2nd away from Wesley Wheeler. Catsellas to the outside. Final lap for your leader, Eric Goldberg. Goldberg leading 2nd. Catsellas now. Wheeler 3rd. Craig Catsellas in the 1 is 4th. And Dennis Maffey in the 24. Checkered flag is waving for Eric Goldberg. Gary Catsellas 2nd, Wesley Wheeler 3rd. Craig Catsellas 4th, and Dennis Maffey 5th. Between the ages of 13 and 19, all the rules are on our website at www.ppms.com. So it's got to be quite a thrill for a 13-year-old, Rich Mason, out of Kennedy Township. Just think he won't be driving down the highway for 3 more years, but he can tell his buddies in school Monday, hey, I went racing Saturday night at the Monster Half Mile. Probably thinking, why are all these people on the racetrack when I come around here? 7M out of Rayland, Ohio, outside for wheeling the 38 of Gary Nolinger Jr., starting 3rd from Clinton, the 76 of Dave Wade, and starting 4th in the 4 from Saxonburg, Ed Faree. Starting 5th in the 99 from Venetia, Ben Miley. Starting 6th from Imperial, the 2J of Mike Johnson. Row 4 from Cranberry Township, the 1C of Lynn Geisler, and from Imperial, the 67X of Danny Rich. Row 5, the 48 of John Flinner from Zelienople, and the 5 of George Kowalik from Moon Township. Row 6 from Chester, West Virginia, the 09 of Lou Bradish, and outside of Lou from Fairmont, West Virginia, the 0 of Steve Baker. Then the 2G of Tim Gold, the 29H of Rick Heim, the 77 of Scott Peltz, 81 DJ Miller, George Dayab in the F1, the 55 of Chris Snyder, the 77 of Rich Appolito, 69 John Hotchkiss, the 14G of Scott Gunn, H1 Jared Miley, the 29R of Keith Rodriguez, the 6M of Carl McKinney, the 12 of Butch D'Antonio, and the X of Tom Bateman. Also the 0 of Pete Loria, scheduled to start in the 25th position. Our final points feature event of 2005 for the Napa late models. Here they come. The green is out. Three wide for the lead off a turn, 2 down the back straightaway. Ed Ferree has got the lead. We got a car, Danny Rich, with a left tire flat, the left front tire flat on the 67X. He's still trying to race. Ferree, your leader. Michael Davis is second. Dave Wade in the 76 now to third. Flinner has moved to fifth. Flinner now to fourth into turn number 3. Mike Johnson trying to break into the top 5 in the 2J. The Franklin Racing Supply 4 of Ed Ferree out with a big advantage over Michael Davis. Gary Nolinger third. John Flinner is fourth. Or excuse me, Dave Wade third, Flinner fourth. Nolinger is still fifth, and it's Johnson, Miley, and Baker. Geisler and Bradish. Baker to the inside trying to move around Ben Miley. Caution is out. We got a wreck here at the end of the front straightaway. Off of 4 they come. The green is waving. We're back racing. Ferree to the lead. And Flinner to second. Michael Davis and Dave Wade side by side for third. We got a spin. Ben Miley and Lynn Geisler. 3 laps down, 22 to go. Let's go back racing. Here they come off of 4. Ferree and Flinner on that outside. Carry the mail into 1 and 2, first and second. Davis third, Wade fourth, Johnson fifth. Baker's up to sixth, and Bradish tries to follow him to seventh. Baker to the inside of Mike Johnson. Ferree, your leader. Flinner runs second. Bradish now to the inside of Baker in turn 4. Can't make the pass. Tim Gold pitting in car 2G. We got 5 laps down. Your front 2 cars pulled it away. George Kowatic off the pace in the Medical Center Brace 5. He heads for the pits. Kowatic pitting in car 5 here. Some thick traffic, about a straightaway ahead of the leaders. Ferree and Flinner, if this stays green, are going to have some real traffic to contend with in just a few more laps. And just as I say that, we've got a wreck in turn 2. 0, Pete Loria on the gas pedal off of 4. Green is out, and Flinner takes the lead. Baker is to fifth, but we got a spin in turn 2, and the caution is back out. So the lead is no longer Flinters. It is back to Faree. Green is out. Here they come. Flinter and Faree, wheel to wheel. There's no backing down into turn number 1. Faree holds him off this time. Baker trying to get around Johnson for 5th. Flinter to the inside of Faree into 4, but it's Faree in front. Flinter 2nd. Wade is 3rd now. Michael Davis 4th. Baker 5th. Bradish to 6th. $15 laps to go. 15 to go. Rick Heim out of the pits in car 29. Problem here for the 29 or 69 of John Hodgkiss. 69 John Hodgkiss. Caution is out as he stays out on the racetrack. It's Baker and Bradish. Green is waving. Here we go. And Flinter gets a great restart. Baker to 4th. Can he hold it? Michael Davis goes back around him down the back chute. Bradish to the inside of Davis. Baker to the outside. It'll be Davis 4th, coming off of 4. Not long, no more. Bradish to 4th, Davis 5th, and now Miley trying to get by Baker for 6th. John Flinter's your new leader. Halfway, 12 laps to go. John Flinter in front by a straightaway. Faree 2nd, Wade 3rd, Bradish 4th, Davis 5th, and Baker 6th. Into the pits, Scott Gunn in the 14G. Traffic ahead for John Flinter. He's come close to winning the title at Pittsburgh before. A couple of years back, he had Faree and Alatalo went down to the final night, and Atalo won it. If they stay the way they're running right now, with 6 laps to go, if Steve Baker does not advance forward, Flinter would unofficially win the title by 2 points. Five laps to go. Faree 2nd, Wade 3rd, Bradish 4th. Michael Davis 5th right now. Steve Baker 6th. If Baker advances 1 spot, he would win the title by 1 point. He is trying to close on Michael Davis. Lou Bradish slides it through there off of 4. Michael Davis now, traffic to deal with. Steve Baker needing to pass him for the track championship. 2 to go for John Flinner. Michael Davis trying to hold off Baker for 5th. Off of 4 they come. This is for the title. Baker makes the pass. Flinner trying to win it and the championship. Needs Baker to finish 6th or worse. 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway. Steve Baker's got his car smoking badly. Baker's got a problem. Caution is out. Off of turn 4, the hammer's down, the green is out. Baker drops back 1 spot. Baker drops back 2 spots. Unbelievable how things can change. Into 3 and 4, the white flag is waving. Off of 4 they come. John Flinner is 1 lap away from the track championship. Ed Faree 2nd. Lou Bradish trying to take 2nd from Faree. It's not over yet. Into 3 and 4 they come. Bradish and Faree for 2nd. Flinner's going to win. Faree 2nd, Bradish 3rd, Davis 4th, Miley 5th, Johnson 6th, Appolito, Miley, Rich, Miller, and unfortunately Steve Baker's season will come to a flat. John Flinters, folks, how about a nice hand? I know you can only take care of what you got to do, and you certainly did that.
We had a lot of fun, and I want to thank Uncle Ed, or I shouldn't call him Uncle Ed, but that was a pretty cool restart there. Me and Ed were rubbing fenders there, but I even pulled up beside him and asked him if it was okay, and Ed gave me a thumbs up. I think maybe even slacked off a little bit and let me by.
But really, this is not the car you've been running. You had to dust it off and bring it out.
Oh, I forgot all about that, even though we only got a couple hours of sleep the last couple of nights. This car here, we run it last night at Lernerville for the Max race back in June. And I'm kind of, I got extra parts and stuff, but I go and take parts off the other cars. This car was sitting there with no rear end, no motor, half the body on it was all beat up from Lernerville. And me, my dad, and Mark Mazurek, we worked our butts off, and Uncle John I had motor problems Sunday up at Tri-City. He brought me in motor rod so we could change motors and stuff. Well, we just kind of parked the Dodge for a while. We had fun with the Mopar. It's time to race Chevrolet now for Pittsburgh.
John, you were in 3rd place coming into the night. Steve's starting 12th, Lou's starting 11th, you're starting 9th. You get to the front, you don't know what's going on behind you. At one point, you were leading. Baker was 6th, I believe, and Lou was 4th or 5th, and it was your title. Then, that last caution, Steve got by Michael Davis for 5th, and it was his championship by 1 point. He got a flat tire, and it's your championship.
Oh, no kidding.
But I'm not to belittle why you got it. I mean, you won the race, you got the title, but it was, and on the last lap, Bradish was trying to pass Ed for 2nd, was underneath him, and they rubbed coming off of 4, and Faree beat him to the stripe. Had Bradish got by Ed for that 2nd spot, it would have been his title.
Holy cow, that was a lot of fun coming into this night. And, I won Lernerville's deal, and I don't want to be greedy. And, I had a chance of winning this, but I'd rather win the race. I said that before he pulled out. I said, well, I'd much rather win the race. I need the money anyways, so we can come for tires for next week. But, boy, I didn't know that. I watched my spotters halfway through, and I quit watching them because I really couldn't see them in the shadows and stuff. I thought I looked at the board and thought, I thought they were all right behind me, other than Ed was separating us.
No, Steve was outside of the top 5 for a long time, and he just gotten to where it was going to be his championship, and his tire went down on that last caution. He limped his car home, but that was a wild, wild race for the fans to watch anyway.
Well, that's cool, and that's all we worry about is coming here for the fans, because if they weren't here, I mean, we'd come and hot lap and race out here by ourselves, but it's much more fun knowing they're up there booing and yaying or whatever they want to do, but if it wasn't for them, racing wouldn't be no fun.
What's it mean, though? I mean, Uncle John, this has been his home track for a lot of years to finally, you know, you were so close a few years back to finally get a Pittsburgh title.
I know that means a lot, and I know if he's down here, too. He would deny it and say he doesn't even give a good crap about it, but I think this means a lot to John because he's only 8 minutes from Pittsburgh, and this is the premier racetrack. I mean, they need a little work here and there in the facilities, but the racetrack's is awesome, and the guys that come here, they complain on the internet or whatever. It's just it's like Pittsburgh. You got to come here a lot more and race here a lot more, and once you get adapt to it, it's just awesome. It's you're high speeds.
2 track championships in 1 year, hard to do.
Boy, that would help. If I can make up my mind on retirement.
Yeah, all right. How about a nice hand, folks? He wins the feature. He wins the title unofficially. John Flinnard. John, so up the title here. Jim Steffens is second. He's got 30 points to make up, though. Jesse starts 6th. Jim starts 4th. Joel Johns on the pole. Tommy Schoenhofer outside. John Hobbs in the 28, Steffens the 84, Bruce Takich in the 65, Burrows in the 9W, Duratz in the 80, Reck in the 9, Hoffman in the 57, Kane in the 06, Collins in the 7C, Castlevetter in the 27, Lucan in the 04, 82, Corey Bahana, and Neil Eisminger driving the Ray Brown number 43. Tommy Schoenhofer darts into the lead. Tommy Schoenhofer, who got his first career win earlier this year back on our Topless Tuesday, is your leader. Jim Steffens second, points leader Jesse Burrows is third. And Corey Bahana in the 82 is against the guardrails down in turn 4, the inside. John Kane in that 06 car, new car for John tonight. Challenging for 4th to the inside of Joel Johns in the Mach 5. Schoenhofer still your leader. Burrows is second, and Pete Reck in the 9 is third. Five laps down and 15 to go. Tommy Schoenhofer trying to win his second of the season, the second of his career. The Cricket Cell Phones Boulevard Automotive, Schoenhofer Welding, Mount Nebo Automotive, number 8. He's had a up and down year. He's also had some hard wrecks here this season. Jesse Burrows solidly in second. And it would appear on his way to his first track title. And Burrows breaks. Jesse Burrows is off the pace. Caution is out for the 9W of Jesse Burrows. Tommy Schernhofer looks like he's the class of the field. Pete Recto, who just started driving this car about a month ago, had only run a pure stock a couple of times, staying right with him. John Kane's 06 is third. Joel John's fourth. Bobby Castlevetter, who started way in the back, now challenging for fourth. And Jesse Burrows quickly moving up through the field. Castlevetter into fourth in the 27C. Nick Duratz is fifth now in the 80. Neil Eisminger, who started last in the 43, is sixth. And Burrows is to seventh. Bobby Castlevetter just getting by the 06 of John Kane, who got close to the wall. Kane drops back to fourth. Neil Eisminger around the outside of Nick Duratz. And a fifth. Jesse Burrows trying to pass Duratz for sixth and does down the back chute. Duratz slowing down, it would appear, in car number 80. 6 laps to go for Tommy Schernhofer. The 19-year-old from Dormont. Four laps away from his second win. Pete Reck running a career best second. Bobby Castlevetter is charged to third. Neil Eisminger now to fourth. John Kane is fifth. Burrows sixth. Duratz seventh. Johns is eighth. Tankatch ninth. And Hobbs is 10th. Coming around for the white flag. The Cricket Cell Phones, Boulevard Automotive, Mount Nebo Automotive, Schernhofer Welding, number 8. Leads them into 1 and 2. Bobby Castlevetter continues his charge to the front. The Froggy FM 27 trying to pass the 9 of Pete Reck. They're wheel to wheel for second into turn 3. Eisminger has come to fourth from last. The winner is Tommy Schernhofer. In the Advanced Auto Parts Limited Lates, looks like the 9 may be second. State Auto Racing Club. How about a nice hand, folks? Young Tommy Schernhofer. Tommy, congratulations. You can talk this time. Come on over here. You got your first win, and then you had a lot of things go wrong.
Yeah, I had some trouble. I flipped a car on July 30th, and it bent the roll cage, so we thought we were pretty much done, but I got to thank John Flinter and Nick Jones, because John Flinter told us that Nick had this car for sale, and Nick sold it to us, and he let us take it right away the next day after I flipped the car, and we rushed to get it back together. And then after that, we broke a motor, and then we got our friend Jim Rosem let us borrow one. His son raced here a few years ago, but decided to stop. And then so we got that motor in, and then we had 2 rainouts, and then I raced this last 2 weeks, and I'm glad.
Yeah, so you really had to work for this second win. You know, everything that could go wrong went wrong.
Yeah, and the oil temperature was going up. I looked at the gauges under that caution, and the oil temperature was all the way up pretty much.
So you're glad you got it to the checkered flag, and you're done.
Yeah, last one, I'm glad I won.
People you want to thank?
I want to thank my dad, my mom, my sister, all my family, Cricket Cell Phones, my uncle's welding business, Schernhofer Welding, my dad's body shop, Boulevard Automotive, and that's about it right now.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Tommy Schernhofer, he'll pick up a plaque from the Twin State Auto Racing Club for getting the win here tonight in the Advanced Auto Parts Limited Late Models. Rider Tom Martinek and Wayne Tessine will decide the E-Mod Championship. Martinek on the pole in the 65. Oh, excuse me, that's 66 McElhaney. 65 Martinek starting back in 9th. Dennis Niederreiter, the points leader, right in the middle of that 3-car battle. Martinek to his inside will pass him down the back straightaway. 3 wide for 4th. Your leader is Randy McElhaney in the 66. Mitch Bassich in the B55 second. Frank McGill third. Kerry Gasser to 4th in the 0, and come flying through there was Dennis Niederreiter. He's in the 68, but Martinek in the 65 slides up off a 2 into 5th, and here comes Wayne Tessine. Those 3 cars, now they're 4 wide into 3. Vince LeBoon on the outside trying to pass the whole bunch. We got a spinner. I think it's the 33 car of Mike McKee. And we got a smoker, the 79 of John Harvey. Caution does not come out. The 33 turns around and keeps going. Mike McKee, we're still racing. Mitch Bassett, your leader in the B55. McKee now heading to the pits. Randy McElhaney second. Wayne Tessine on the charge is third. Mike McKee pitting. Tessine to third. Frank McGill fourth. Tom Martinek fifth. Kerry Gasser is sixth. Then Vince LeBoon and Dennis Niederreiter, the points leader, has dropped back a bit in the 68 car. Tom Martinek, the 65, trying to take over fourth. Wayne Tessine, meantime, trying to take second away from Randy McElhaney. The Shady Side Pharmacy B55 of Mitch Bassich looking for his second win here at Pittsburgh. He won a late model race here back in the late 1970s. Oh, we got a smoker into three. Frank McGill in the 44 car brings out the caution. McGill in the 44, motor problems. Green is out. And Tom Martinek in the 65 will follow Mitch Bassich into second. Bassich is your leader. Wayne Tessine trying to get back into the third spot. He's to the outside of Randy McElhaney. And here comes Dennis Niederreiter trying to keep Martinek and Tessine in his sights. Bassett continues to lead over the Comfort Systems Heating and Cooling 65 of Martinek, the Shady Side Pharmacy B55, your leader. The DT Dyno Tubbs Automotive 10 of Wayne to Scene third. Then it's the Comfort Systems 68 of Niederreiter. And McElhaney is fifth in the 66, pressured by the 50 of Habidell and the 11 of Daryl Charlier. Halfway. Tom Martinek continues to pressure Mitch Bassett. 5 to go. Kurt Habidell is now solidly in fifth. McElhaney sixth. Charlier seventh. Laboon eighth. Petrosky ninth. Or Kerry Gasser ninth, excuse me. And Joel Johns is 10th. Tom Martinek needing to pick up 16 points on Dennis Niederreiter. Just 2 positions ahead of him now. He would gain 8. And he's going for the lead in turn 1. Martinek to the outside of Bassett. Tom Martinek has got the lead. Right now, he would have picked up 13 points on Niederreiter if Niederreiter finishes 4th. Kurt Habidell is your 5th place car. He's still way behind the 68. Doing all that he can do, trying to get the win. What happens after that, he cannot control. 1 lap to go. Tom Martinek coming through 3 and 4. Officially his 2nd win of the year, and he'll finish 2nd unofficially in the points championship. Bassett 2nd to Scene 3rd. Niederreiter's 4th place finish unofficially will give him his first track championship. Kurt Habidell 5th. Tonight, Tom Martinek getting his 2nd win of the year. You knew you had to win tonight to have a shot, and you gave it your best.
Yeah, I knew. I've been tweaking. I moved a couple springs around and moved the rear end over a little, and I've been moving in on this setup here for the last month, and I finally hit on it, I think. It took me too long, but...
Well, you and Dennis race out of the same garage pretty much, right?
Yeah. He said, don't hit me tonight. I says, don't balk me, and then I won't hit you, you know. And
well, unofficially, he's going to win the title by 3 points over you.
that's good. Dennis is a good buddy, and I'm glad for him. Very good. That's 2 first and second RLA chassis. Tom Anderson and Rick, 2 great people. Help us out a lot, and I really appreciate it. You know, it's been fun. It's been a learning experience for me for this year. This is my 3rd year, and I think I learned a little tonight.
Well, congratulations. Some people you want to thank.
Bob Bongiorni at Bongiorni Auto, my brother Jim Martinek, and Pete Kalenich. Blaze. They're always there helping me, grinding tires, and it's just unbelievable, how much it makes it so much easier on you, not to have to worry about it, You could chill out and let them do all the work, and that's good.
You can chill out in the offseason. You got to run next week, too. Yeah, you got to try to win that big one.
I want that $600.
All right, how about that? He wants to win next week. How about a nice ad, folks, for Tom Martinek, your winner tonight in the E-Modifieds. Scare there a couple of times tonight. I thought I heard your motor missing in the heat. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
And then you pulled out in the feature.
Well, in the heat race, I guess the MSD was messing up, and it was starting to...
Never forget.
Yeah, this is the first one, and hopefully it'll be more.
People you want to thank.
I got to thank Brocker's Machine Shop, Miley Motorsports, Miley Amico Car Wash, my grandparents, Jim Bob Motorsports, that's my grandfather and my grandma. I got to thank my parents back in Texas. They'll see this on TV. And then I got to thank all my family members for helping out and pitching in. I got to thank all my guys for helping out tonight, so that's all.
All right, Jesse Burrows, ladies and gentlemen, your track champion in the Advanced Auto Parts Limited late models. Dennis, get over here. Dennis. Well, yeah, now you could, your friend tried to spoil all your fun.
Yes, he did. It was close.
Yeah, if you finish one spot back, he's up here and not you, but congratulations.
Wow, it was a long year.
But you haven't been running that long.
5 years is a long time for me.
Well, there's a lot of guys racing there a lot longer than that haven't won a championship. When you started the year, though, did you really think that you had the team to contend for the title?
No, I just wanted to win a race. That's pretty much it.
You got your first win, and you get the championship, too. So you got the cake and the ice.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
People you want to thank.
RLA Chassis. Tom, he's the best chassis builder in the world. And there's a lot of people. Tom Hatcher, he helps out in the pits there. All of the 65 crew, they help. Kristen, thank you so much for putting up with me. Whew. My mom and dad. Jimmy Petrell taught me how to drive. Appreciate it, bud. And I can't think of anyone. I want a beer.
He wants a beer. All right. How about a nice hand for Dennis Niederreiter, your E-Mod champion. Craig, real quick here. I know you got to go race yet, but you can relax and go out there and have fun because you got your title already sewed up.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Again, you were close last year, and this year you got over the hump.
Oh, yeah. Been clean all year, trying to save the car.
Well, 5 feature wins, right?
Yeah.
You're not done yet.
Nah.
People you want to thank.
My wife, my daughter, my dad, my brother, my pit crew, Mark, Jimmy, Wild Bill, all my sponsors, all the people helped me out, Frankie Schneider, Kane family, Eismingers, everybody helped me out.
All right, Craig Kamiker, ladies and gentlemen, your champion in the Eismingers Pennzoil Pure Stocks. And the wild man, Robbie Torrens, wins the amateur stock title. You too, you can relax and go out there and have fun tonight.
Yeah, I can tonight. Ian was putting the heat on me in the heat race, and he told me he's going to give it to me again when we get out here on the track tonight. But I wanted to win the points. I finished third 2 years ago, second last year, and I finally won. And I got a lot of people to thank. The person I got to thank the most is Wesley Douglas. They call him Fuzzy. He wanted to win a championship as much as me and all my sponsors, and I'm not going to run down through all my sponsors right now, but I want to thank all my sponsors.
All right, Robbie Torrens, ladies and gentlemen, your amateur stock champ. How about a nice hands for all of our 2005 track champions? John Flinner, Jesse Burrows, Dennis Niederreiter, Craig Kamiker, and Robbie Torrens. As soon as we get a picture taken, we'll get back to our feature events. Out. Bill Robertson has the lead by half a car length over Joe Anthony into turn 3. Darrell Robinson just ahead of Tim Fulmer for third. Jeff Bronaszewski's 08 car is fifth. We got the whole field on the same straightaway. Not much separating these Eisminger Pennzoil Pure Stocks. The competition is hot and heavy. Bill Robertson continues to lead. Darrell Robinson just ahead of Joe Anthony for second that time through. Tim Fulmer's 00 fourth. The 08 of Jeff Bronaszewski. 68X Jake Simmons. Charlie DiLoretto the 11. 72 Craig Kamaker. 66 Aaron Jones. One B and one R ahead of the field. Robertson and Robinson. These two guys always run together and drive me crazy. Joe Anthony in the 17 now, trying to ward off the 00 of Tim Fulmer. Bronaszewski still fifth. Jake Simmons is sixth. Bill Robertson picking up his first Pure Stock win earlier this year. He's feeling the pressure of Darrell Robinson off of the fourth turn. Robinson just about even with Robertson into one. And Darrell makes the pass. Joe Anthony now trying to get by Bill Robertson for second and does. Here comes Tim Fulmer and Jeff Bronaszewski too. From first to fifth. Something may be amiss in the 1B of Bill Robertson. Craig Kamaker, who started 12th, is up to fifth. Close to halfway now. Next time by, 7 to go. Darrell Robinson hasn't won a feature since May 21st. He won 2 early in the year, opening night, and May 21st has not tasted the victory laurels since. He has sewn up second in the points chase. Craig Kamaker, your points leader, trying to pass the 08 of Jeff Bronaszewski for fourth. Five laps to go. Three more laps to go. Tim Fulmer in the 00 trying to pass Joe Anthony for second as Craig Hammaker follows them in the 72. Darrell Robinson making this a convincing win. Once he took the lead, he has checked out in the Morrow Motors, Kendrew's Lounge, Bill Kell Racing Engine Chevy. 1 lap to go in the Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stock feature events. His third checkered flag of 2005, but it's been a long time between numbers 2 and 3. Darrell Robinson will get the win in the Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. Anthony second, Fulmer third, Hammaker fourth, and Broniszewski fifth. And your winner in the Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. Darrell, I think I got your car sold. Some lady just asked me, how much does he want for that car?
I think I changed my mind.
It's not for sale anymore. That's what happens when you put a for sale sign on them, they start to run better.
It seems that way, yeah. Boy, I had a tough year. Like halfway through, I couldn't get this thing to handle, and I was doing something wrong in the back of the car, and once I figured it out, oh, man, what the heck did I do?
Well, yeah, it's been since May 21st. I was surprised when I was looking down through during that feature since you last won, I believe. So, you know, things can go away quick in this game.
Oh, yeah, all these guys are good. You know, they all run you clean, and every one of them are just so competitive. You know, I almost hate to, like, walk away from this, but actually I'm glad I kind of won this last one. I'm taking a year off. I'm trying to sell a car. I'm going to try to stay the dad thing at home and see what happens, and maybe I'll come back.
All right. How about a nice hand, folks, for Darrell Robinson, your winner in the Eisminger's Pennzoil Pure Stocks. By the way, Kurt Busch is leading at Richmond with about 40 laps to go. Craig Catellus ahead of Adam Scheidel. Gary Catellus in the 58. 96 Davey Lee in the 714 of Eric Goldberg. Scheidel in the 125 trying to pass Gary Catellus. Or excuse me, Craig Catellus. Gary is right behind him in the 58. Lap after lap, wheel to wheel. Four laps down. Chido has caught back up to Craig Catellus. And here he comes, diving to the inside. Halfway. Gary Catellus right there as well. Davey Lee Steele fourth. Ian Tomai and Robbie Torrens battle for fifth. Chido now with a half a car length lead. Craig Catellus back in front. But off at turn two, Adam Chido pulls back alongside. And Gary Catellus trying to make it 3 wide out on the very bottom in the 58. Three laps to go. Tell you what, your top 8 cars, they're awfully close out there. Good race. Two to go. Gary Catellus to the inside of Chido in that battle for second. And we got a turnaround here on the front stretch. The 0-2 of Wesley Wheeler. Catellus, Chido, Catellus. Robbie Torrens around Ian Tomai for second. Adam Chido trying to take the lead away from Craig Catellus here in the final go-round. He's been close. The Suburban Dry Cleaners 125 has got it. Coming to the checkered flag. Looking for his second win of the campaign, and he's got it. Adam Chido over the Catelluses, Lee and Torrens. How about a nice hand, folks, for Adam Chido, your winner in the amateur stocks. After a drive like that, you better get a kiss.
Yeah. We've been having a rough year and stuff, so we're getting it straightened out now, and we needed this win.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a heck of a race. You know, you got alongside of Craig a couple of times, and then you finally made it stick there at the end.
Yeah, I was trying to keep, throughout the race as little as rubbing as we could, and I seen it was the last lap, so I knew if I was going to make my move, I'd have to make it then.
People you want to thank?
Yeah, first off, I got to thank my uncle, Tony Capo. He builds the motors, he sets the car up. He pretty much does it all for me. Yeah, he pretty much does it all. My Federal Firearms, Suburban Dry Cleaners, Bizzato Flooring. There's too many other people. Everybody knows who they are.
Can you win the big one next week?
We're going to give it heck, I know that, so it'd be nice.
All right, how about a nice hand, folks? Adam Chido, your winner in the amateur stocks. Folks, thanks for coming. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to join us for the big Pittsburgher weekend next week. Adam will pick up the Twin State Auto Racing Club plaque as well. Have a safe trip home. Enjoy your week, and look forward to seeing you here for the Pittsburgher 100.